And just this morning, the Dow fell 500 points, in part because of the debt ceiling. The U.S. could be less than a month away from an unprecedented default if Congress cannot agree to raise it. That's according to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen in a letter to House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. NewsNation's Blake Burman live for us in Washington. And Blake, the president is meeting with congressional leaders next week.
He is indeed, Natasha. And let's start with that letter. Came from the Treasury Secretary yesterday, basically saying, look, we've got a few weeks, maybe 4 weeks tops, to sort of figure this out, what to do with the debt ceiling. And that really started to get things moving here in Washington, because now it's sort of past the point of political posturing, and really the face-to-face negotiations are about to begin. It is as big of a meeting as you can possibly get here in Washington, with the Big Four expected to sit down with the President of the United States, presumably in the Oval Office. The two Democrats, the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, the House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, saying the following in a statement, quote, "We do not have the luxury of waiting until June 1st to come together, pass a clean bill to avoid a default and prevent catastrophic consequences for our economy and millions of American families. Republicans, they say, cannot allow right-wing extremism to hold our nation hostage." Now, the White House is suggesting that President Biden will still insist that the meeting with Republicans during it, that Republicans need to lift the debt ceiling without conditions. Here was the president after that warning from the Treasury Secretary yesterday.
America is not a deadbeat nation. We have never, ever failed to meet the debt. And as a result, we're one of the most respected nations of the world. We pay our bills, and we should do so without reckless hostage-taking from some of the mega Republicans in Congress.
So this meeting a week from tomorrow, Natasha, the Big Four, it's also really an acknowledgement that the top Democrat in Washington, the President of the United States, the top Republican in Washington, the House Speaker, those two alone, Natasha, are not likely to bring this to the finish line. So they're bringing the others in as well to try to get the ball moving.
And Blake, meanwhile, what are Republicans saying about all of this?
Yeah, so they're basically making the argument of, look, if we want to borrow more money, we need to stop, or at least cut back, roll back some of the spending here in Washington. The House, as you know, has already passed a bill, did so last week, but it's essentially a non-starter with Democrats, as it rolls back a lot of the president's, or some of the president's big policy achievements and some of his policy priorities. And some of what they want is to cap spending levels at 2022 levels. Here was the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, explaining that to Joe Khalil here on NewsNation just last week. Listen.
We simply go back to the spending levels we were at 4 months ago. So 4 months ago, were there people being laid off? Were there problems in the veterans or others? No, there were not.
And so you get a sense of the negotiations there that are playing out publicly. They will happen behind closed doors here privately next week. And we do expect to hear from the White House momentarily, with the press briefing underway in minutes, Natasha.
Okay, Blake Burman live for us at the White House. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.